Hi, I'm Roger from GRT Health, and I wanted to do this short video to let you know what I'm doing to work on my tennis elbow, which has been just killing me the last several weeks. And I want to start out by saying that this is not medical advice in any way or a prescription. It's simply what I'm doing. I'm not a licensed doctor or a physical therapist, anything like that. So this is just simply for entertainment purposes so that you can see what I found to be helpful for me. And what I want to start out by saying is that it does seem to be recommended and helpful to put an ice bag on the tennis elbow area, which just so we know what we're talking about here, we're talking about the pain in the bone area of the elbow. Now, it might extend a little bit, but where it's really tender is right on the bone, and you won't really notice any swelling from tennis elbow, but it is quite painful at times. It might be, in my case, it's more dominant in my dominant arm. I'm right-handed, but I do have a little bit in the left. Kind of showed up a little bit out of the blue, not really sure what caused it. Usually it's some kind of repetitive movement that maybe you either aren't doing correctly or maybe you aren't used to doing, something like that. Not sure in my case what it was, but all I know is once you get it, it can be quite painful. So wanted to look into some ways to alleviate the pain, kind of get myself back on the right track. And I did find that ice is helpful. A lot of times, maybe just in the evening, you're got Netflix on, going to watch a short show. An ice bag there, just kind of rest your elbow in it, does seem to help quite a bit. But we also have some stretching exercises and some strengthening exercises that I found to be helpful for me, and I'll run you through those quickly. Now, I've got this little table here because the advice I saw was to put your arms where you can actually get your wrist kind of over the edge of the table. This worked out real well for this video, and also it just kind of works out well in general. It's an adjustable height table for me. But what you want to start out with is just palms face up, and just go down the row here and touch your fingers to your thumb. And I think you can do them both at the same time. It's not a problem. And you just want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and back again about 20 times. Now, the first time I did this, I noticed when I got to this third and fourth finger, the pain really made itself evident. So it actually did help in just the first couple of days of these exercises. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this video, just to show you what was working for me. For the next two exercises, we don't need the table, just need your knees. And you can simply put your wrists over the end of your knees and make a strong fist and make a circle turning inward with your arms, or I should say with your wrists, and do that about 20 times. Now, the first time you do this, again, making a tight fist might be painful. Just do what you can do, but you probably will find some relief in the first couple of days and be able to make that tighter fist. The third exercise is really very simple. Simply start out with your palms up on your knees and turn them over, and do that 20 times. Very simple. In fact, it almost seems like these exercises might be too simple to be of any benefit, but I found them to be very beneficial and, as I say, quite quickly. Now, here's a stretching exercise that you might find to be considerably uncomfortable the first time. Simply outstretch your arm, palm up, and try to point your fingers toward the floor, and just kind of gently ease back with your other hand, and just kind of stretch out, just get a mild to moderate stretching sensation in your elbow. And hold that for 15 to 30 seconds and do that 2 to 4 times. And of course, then you can switch and do the other arm as well. Now, the strengthening exercises are a little bit different, and you can use either one of those rubber balls designed for the task, or a couple of rolled up gym socks seem to work pretty well too. And again, you're just going to make a fist, and it might be tender, and just make a fist squeeze, hold for about 6 seconds, and then release for 10, and hold for 6 seconds again. Repeat that 8 to 12 times. And as far as I know, there's no reason you can't do both at once. Save a little bit of time, and maybe you just kind of feel a little bit more symmetrical when you're doing it. Now, the next one is real simple. Need the table back. And again, just I guess one arm at a time. Just stretch your arm out. Again, your wrist about just over the end of the table. And like you're shaking hands with someone, only just move that wrist up and down like this, kind of in a knife edge. Do that 8 to 12 times, and switch to the other arm and do the same thing. Do that twice with each hand. That one's done. Now, for this exercise, you need a 1 to 2 pound weight. This happens to be a weight from the home gym behind me, and I don't know, I think it's a couple pounds. It says it's rated, but it's not. There's some leverage issues. It's not exactly the weight of the device or of the block of rubber in this case. But you can also use maybe a bottle of water. There is a possibility you might drop it, so beware what's underneath there. You don't want to do any damage or break anything, or put a nice ding in a hardwood floor. But you're going to just grab hold of it, and again with your wrist over the edge of the table, you're going to curl. Just up and down slowly, and you'll probably feel back in the areas that are affected. Just do this 8 to 12 times, and you're going to then go the other way, 8 to 12 times, same thing, and then switch arms. Now for the last strengthening exercise, we still need the 1 to 2 pound weight. Don't need the table, and you just put your one hand on one knee and your elbow on your other knee and your forearm horizontal, and just slowly curl that weight up to your chest, and you will probably feel it in your elbow. And just do that 8 to 12 times. Do it slowly, and then switch sides. And that's all there is to it. Like I say, this is not medical advice. It's what I found to be helpful for me, and I thought I would pass that along, share it with you. You can check it out, run it past your own doctor or physical therapist if you're having tennis elbow issues. One more thing that I found helpful are these kind of a C-clamp style brace. This one's made by EpiSport. I'll have a link maybe in the description of the video where you can find it on Amazon. But these are placed like so, and I've got actually one for each arm. I've had issues with carpal tunnel in the past, a lot of keyboard work, mouse work, and that could even be what's contributed to the tennis elbow. It could be kind of a mouse elbow thing, but since I have it in both elbows, not really sure that's it. I did switch to a trackball just in case that would help. Trackballs take a little bit of adjustment to get used to, but they work pretty well. A lot of people really like them once they do make that adjustment. But the point of this clamp is to try to spread out some of the force, some of the activity, I guess, and just kind of spread it throughout other areas of the arm to try to lessen the impact on one particular area. So I'll just maybe put a link in the description. You can check it out, and again, talk to your own doctor or physical therapist, see if that might work for you. But they have been helpful to me for a long period of time, and like I say, the carpal tunnel kind of comes and goes. The tennis elbow, well, you never know. It can just flare up or pop up. I don't even play tennis anymore, been years. So you can check that out as well. At GRT Health, it's our goal to provide all kinds of resources for healthier, happier bodies. So check us out at grthealth.com, subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.